All right, what is going on, everybody? So in this video, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at Quentin Lake's draft profile from NFL.com. I kind of want to just, kind of a lot of these players that we drafted. As y'all know, the NFL draft was this past weekend. The Rams have made their 2022 selections, and there was a good mixed bag, and a lot of players that I really haven't heard of. So, what I would like to do is take a look at each player individually. I'll do videos for each one, and kind of take a look at their draft profile, and from there, kind of give my opinion on what I think of the player from what little knowledge I know and what I believe their role will be now and possibly in the future with the Rams, and what I believe the Rams may be trying to plan with said player. And for this video, we're going to go ahead and take a look at Quentin Lake, LA 6th round pick and son of a UCLA legend. He was the 211th pick of the 2022 draft. The LA Rams selected Quentin Lake out of UCLA. This is him right here. Pretty decent build, safety. And let's go ahead and jump to his draft profile and see what we can learn. See what we can learn with this guy right here. And so Quentin, as you can see, he went to UCLA, so he's a California boy. He was a senior, so the Rams have a tendency to draft guys who stay the extra year, who stay the 4 years. The majority of the time, not every time, but the majority of the time, they like to get their seniors. Why I believe because they want someone who is someone who's kind of has a lot of playing experience, and hopefully with them being a senior, a little older, a little more mature, they have a lot of time on the field, and the idea is hopefully they can have a smoother transition to the NFL and to the speed of the game, this, that, and the other. That is the hope anyway. And he's decent size for a safety, 6'1", 200 pounds. Kind of more or less the same size as Jordan Fuller, so kind of Jordan Fuller build, He ran a 4.59 in the 40-yard dash. And let's go ahead and get into his bio. Let's see what kind of get a taste of who he is. So Lake followed in the footsteps of his father, Carnell, to UCLA after a nice career at California's famed Master Day High School. Carnell Lake, which is Quentin's father, was a Pro Bowl defensive back who made the league's all 1990s team. Okay. Quentin took off his red shirt to play in the final 9 games of the 2017 season as a reserve. He had 8 tackles, but then earned a starting safety job following the year, in which he had 67 tackles, 2 interceptions, 5 pass breakups. His junior season was cut short due to a wrist injury. Okay. Gonna have to keep an eye on that. Missing all but 4 games with three starts, 18 tackles. Lake returned to start 5 games in 2020, tying for the team lead with 4 pass breakups while recording 33 tackles, interception, 1 pass. He was a second team all Pac-12 selection in his final year with the Bruins, so his senior year. And tied for the team lead with 3 interceptions. So he tied for the most interceptions of his team. And he actually led the squad with 6 pass breakups, also making 54 tackles, 2 for loss, 11 starts. So immediately from this, the guy seems to have a nose for the football. in terms of coverage wise, is what it sounds like immediately. That's what I take from that immediately. Mr. Lance Zierlein says he was projected around 6 to 7. That is ultimately where he went. And overview, the safety prospect. So this is his overview. Safety prospect with the size, bloodline, and intelligence to make an NFL roster. Okay, that's good. Lake isn't the fastest or the most athletic player and has coverage limitations that cap his ceiling. Okay. But he has a high football IQ, and I wanted to highlight this because, well, let me finish the sentence. He has high football IQ and impressive ball skills. And I highlighted high football IQ because I want all of you to understand that this is a running theme that our Rams seem to be with our Rams. Our Rams seem to like to target football players, whether they're in the draft or free agency, that are high, have a high IQ, a high football IQ, which means they're very smart. More than likely, they are fast learners, and that is, and I love that. Honestly, if you're building a team, you want as many high football IQ players as possible because that makes them versatile. That means they can learn your playbook a lot faster, and they can retain. That's important too. The information a lot faster because we all know Sean runs a complicated offense, and the defense, which Mr. Quentin will be playing in, is unique. You know, it's kind of a branch of Brandon Staley's defense, and so I would imagine it's kind of difficult to learn. You know, we saw last year where only a few guys were given like the green dot. They specifically gave like Eric Weddle the green dot, who was known to be very smart because it seems to be kind of a complicated defense with a lot of different coverage looks, you know? And when I see high football IQ, I am immediately encouraged, and you all should be as well, okay? Even though he's a 6th-round pick, let's not forget Jordan Fuller is a 6th-round pick, and he's our starting safety right now. It doesn't matter where if you have a high football IQ, you have a chance to make a real difference on the field in Sundays with this team, because if you are smart, you can pick it up. The fact that he's not the most athletic player, I've seen us. Cooper Kupp wasn't the most athletic player either. He didn't run the fastest 40, but here's the thing. Yeah, you need to be athletic, but ultimately with football, like the plays are so short. Like you only need to do your job for like a small amount of time, then the play is blown dead. You know what I mean? So you don't necessarily have to be the most athletic. You just have to know your assignment and be able to perform that assignment as efficiently as possible for like a good 2-3 seconds. So on average. So, you know, it's not like hockey or basketball where you're continuously going up and down the court or ice rink. These plays are only like 2-3 seconds. So, you know, athletic is nice, but it's not like the end all be all. Moving on, he sees the field well, which helps him get to where he needs to go. He's not an enforcer near the line of scrimmage, but does tackle with good strength. Okay, I love that. And technique to finish the job. He was a demon on special teams, which is probably where he will be starting with us. Ooh, pardon me. As a freshman, and will likely reprise that role as a backup in the league. Okay. Let's take a look at his strengths. Possesses NFL bloodlines and size. That's good. Plus football intelligence and leadership. That's great. Can play as a split safety or as a down safety. Okay. Sees the field and anticipates where he is needed. Okay, he has good vision. That's very good when you're a safety. Capable ball tracker with hands to take it away. So the guy, he can see the field and he may be able to get some picks. Poised and focused on playing the 50-50 ball. That's good. Gets wide into the hole to squeeze the runner. Okay. Snaps up into the tackle with face-up delivery. Okay. Okay, I like what I see. This is good. Good qualities for a safety. All right, let's go ahead and go on to his weaknesses now. All right. He struggles with his footwork to recover from missteps. So if he kind of stumbles a little bit, it may be hard for him to recover for that play. Doesn't have the juice to match smoother man routes. Okay, so he's susceptible to maybe getting beat by a skilled slot receiver. Okay. Might be a step slow to play effectively over the top from the hash, off the hash. Okay. So probably he wouldn't be kept outside, man to man. I don't see him doing that. Maybe in the safety box role. Inconsistent to diagnose and respond to the run quickly. Okay. Well, that's not the end of the world. Defensive backs, a lot of them generally don't play the run very well. It is what it is. It's just how it is. Occasionally loses tackle angles when running the alley. Okay. So he's, and then average lateral agility as an open field tackler. All right. So the guy isn't the best tackler, evidently, and he struggles with footwork if he kind of missteps on the initial play when the play starts. It could be if he kind of missteps, he could be out of the play for that one play. And he struggles with skilled slot receivers. Okay. So what? So then, okay. What I think he will be, depending on how he does in training camp, he will probably be, this is my analysis and my prediction of what he will be as come training camp. I believe Quentin, depending on how he does, will be a special teams player. He seems like he's a very intelligent player. He has good vision, which is good for special teams as well. So I see him starting his career off special teams. I know, big surprise there, right? Ooh, round 6. That was pretty obvious, but I see him possibly maybe being like a nickel safety, potentially kind of like Taylor Rapp's role. I see him maybe kind of playing Taylor Rapp's, maybe being a backup to Taylor Rapp, and then possibly replacing him, because I know Taylor Rapp is in the final year of his contract, and I really like Taylor Rapp, to be honest with you, but the guy isn't. He's a good football player, but he sometimes struggles in coverage. Not trying to be mean. I'm just saying, he's a good guy. I actually really like Taylor a lot, and I can see that this being his final year, the Rams bringing in someone like Quentin to maybe be his backup for this year, kind of get a feel for that role, because I feel like that's the role Quentin would be best in, and possibly taking over for Taylor next year. You know what I mean? It's kind of like he be on the field like in a dime nickel situation. Wouldn't be starting, but kind of like the Taylor Rapp role. But that's what I think the plan is with Quentin. It's we'll see how he does in training camp. Good luck to you, Quentin. Welcome to the team. And yeah, that's going to be it for now with this video. That's Quentin Lake's video. I will go ahead and do a similar video like this for each of the draft prospects over the next couple days. And yeah, that's going to be it for now. And I will catch you guys on the next video. And as always, go Rams.